These foods and drinks were preserved for a very long time. In 2015, Ronald Warninger found his grandparents' 100-year-old wedding cake while cleaning out his Washington state home. The pair were married on March 17th in 1915, but never got around to the tradition of eating the top tier. Ronald opened a hat box and discovered the preserved cake, still decorated in white icing. Ronald told Inside Edition there was no plans to eat it because it was hard as a rock, but the family kept it as an heirloom. It's a secret treasure hidden under a house for almost 100 years.
We were always told that our house was built by a bootlegger, and now we actually have some proof.
Inside walls and under floorboards was a stash of bottles from the Prohibition Era.
Kind of interesting how they're packed.
Many of the bottles were bundled together and wrapped in brown paper and straw.
This wrapper includes a bottle of the finest Scots whiskey procurable.
1923.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
That is so cool.
We're ready to come down?
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
In 2020, Inside Edition's Allison Hall went into the crawl space with the owners and found even more.
Check it out. Look at the cork.
Some of the hard liquor had evaporated over the decades.
I think the ones stored on their side do not do well.
Oh my God.
It's the upright ones that are actually the ones that seem to survive.
Nick Drummond and Peter Bacher bought the Fixer Upper in Ames, New York. Intrigued by the house's history, they did some research. They found that the original owner was a local bootlegger.
He sort of died unexpectedly in our living room, leaving behind a huge fortune.
Let's give this a go.
Now it's time for a taste test.
Not bad.
It does
It's actually, you know what?
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth. Cheers.
Cheers.
In 2021, this mom and son shared a unique experience.
So this is a very significant day because this is my parents' 50th anniversary.
When Diane Nuzzlehuff and her husband Ed married in 1971, they bought a little gift, this can of Coors beer, which they promised to drink on their 50th wedding anniversary. For years, the can of Coors followed them on their life journey. It went to Wisconsin, Minneapolis, British Columbia, Maryland, and South Dakota. Sadly, Ed passed away in 2016.
Ideally, it was going to be mom and dad in a room full of people celebrating their 50th anniversary. Unfortunately, of course, that couldn't happen. So mom and I decided that we would honor the pledge that was made a long time ago. So today, on the day of the 50th, we are going to drink this 50-year-old bottle of Coors beer.
And if you
Not
never
bottle,
hear
can.
from us again, it's
Yes.
because we have botulism.
For the record, beer has a 4 to 6 month shelf life if stored at room temperature.
Oh boy, I
Okay.
hope it doesn't explode.
Right? It could. Now notice, there's no...
I'm going to get a towel.
Here we go, ready?
Okay,
It's a big deal.
I know.
Ooh.
It smells
Ooh.
strong.
Wow.
And you go
want-
first.
Oh boy.
Here's to you, Ed. You got to drink it all.
It tastes sweet.
It's kind of good. Cheers. 50 years.
To 50 years. Great parents.
Did you know there are designated fallout shelters in towns and cities across the United States? In 2022, Stephen Fabian visited one in the basement of a public library in Passaic, New Jersey, and discovered tons of food and other well-preserved items.
This served as a nuclear fallout shelter, complete with supplies and medicines and even food rations from 60 years ago. Could people still come down here?
It's not recommended. All the stuff we have is very outdated.
These are biscuits,
Yes.
survival biscuits.
Yes.
Can I pull one out?
Absolutely.
They look like graham crackers. Look at this. Oh, just smells like dust.
Basement,
It
right?
smells like someone's basement. It looks like we've got some bandages
Sterile
here.
dressings, more surgical dressings. You have, back here you have medicines, eyes and nose drops. This is actually penicillin,
No.
which still has the cotton top in it.
Look at this, penicillin tablets. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Expires March 1968.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.